Hello, and welcome to LREMC River Stadium, home of the UNCP Braves. Dave Nguyen on the call and Peach Belt Conference play as the Braves in third place in the Peach Belt Conference with a record of 9-3 overall take on the Lander Bearcats with a record of 5-4-2. Let's meet today's starting lineups first for the visiting Bearcats of Lander. Playing defense will be Kylie Eppel. Playing midfield or defender will be Devin Doomy. And midfield will be Lauren Schuba, as well as a forward will be Brianna Taylor. Also on defense will be Hannah Sinner. Emily Germstead, who is a preseason first-team Peach Belt Conference selection, who leads the Lander Bearcats in total points and goals this season. Mackenzie Yandel as a middle defender. Brennan McCarthy and Haley Bowling. That rounds out your starting lineups for the visiting Lander Bearcats. For the hometown Breeze of UNCP, coming in with a record of 9-3. And net will be Gina Ryan, the senior captain, who has 31 shutouts on her career as the Peach Belt Conference shutout record. At forward will be Alexis Pittman. Riley Searing at forward as well. At midfield will be Zion Sellers, as well as Paula Valbuena, who scored 2 goals last week. And the Georgia State victory on the road, or Clayton State victory on the road for the Braves. Bree Mason, who scored her first goal last week. Brianna DeCouteau on defense. Nona Borden, Katie Ryan on defense, as well as Kennedy Rucker. And at midfield, Christina Stevenson. Braves with a throw-in on their offensive end. It'll be controlled by Lander as they try to bring it upfield. Lander, before the season started, was predicted to finish 5th in the Peach Belt Conference, and that is where they currently stand right now. Here's Alexis Pittman trying to get things going for the Braves, and ball goes out of bounds in favor and will stay in possession of UNCP. Beautiful sunny day here in Pembroke, North Carolina, with a little bit of a breeze in the mid-70s. May cool down to the 60s later on this evening. There's a throw in by Mackenzie Yandel. And possession will stay in control of UNCP, as Nona Borden will get a free kick opportunity. Ball bouncing around, and seems to be controlled by Lander. Borden trying to get it back into the offensive end for UNCP. Shot by Bree Mason, not on target. It will be controlled by Emily Germstad. Germstad, who leads the Lander Bearcats with 16 points as well as 7 goals on the season. One of the better players not only for the Lander Bearcats, but in the Peach Belt Conference. There's a shot, but defended and blocked by UNCP. But Lander seems to have a bit of the control of the ball. Ball goes out of bounds, and Gina Ryan will be there for a free kick outside of the box. just underway here in the first half between the Braves and the Bearcats. Lander 3-1-2 in conference play. The Braves 4-2. Ball seems to be controlled by Lander at midfield. Goes out of bounds on the far side of the field. Lander's head coach Chris Ayer in his 14th season helped lead Lander to its first NCAA tournament appearance, their best season last year. They were the 3rd seed in the Southeast region as Riley Syrian gets the ball up ahead. Riley 8th in the Peach Belt Conference in goals scored with 6. Ball controlled by Lander on the far side. Katie Ryan there with the stop, and possession will go to UNCP. Just about 5 minutes underway here in this first half. Head coach for the UNCP Braves in his 19th season, Lars Anderson. He expects a physical game today, as both teams are vying for Peach Belt Conference position, as the Peach Belt Conference tournament is only a few weeks away. Ball controlled by Lauren Schuba. There's Lauren Brazanski with a touch. Ball up ahead to Germstead. Trying to make a move, but the UNCP defense is there, especially from Brianna DeCouteau. Alexis Pittman tried to get the ball forward, but intercepted by Lander. Nona Borden tried to get that ball up ahead, and there's Lander trying to pick it up. Some physicality early from Paula Valbuena, who scored 2 goals unassisted last week against Clayton State. Lander will kick it back to their own defense, but got to be careful of Alexis Pittman back there, who's the 2nd leading goal scorer for the UNCP Braves with 4. Mackenzie Yandel gets this up ahead to Germstead. Now in the far corner on the near side, a shot on net. It's not good, but Lander still remains possession. It's Katie Ryan on the far side, trying to move the ball up ahead to her offense. It's a kick over the net, out of bounds. And we'll go back to UNCP. Assistant coaches for both sides for Chris Ayer will be Noelle McDonald, as well as athletic communications man Blake Clifton and their athletic trainer Christina Zimmerman. For the Braves, we have Brittany Padilla, who is a UNCP graduate of 2013. The athletic communications Miss Morgan Sheehan, and athletic trainer Alyssa Price. With both teams standing at 3rd and 5th in the Peach Belt Conference respectively, we should expect a competitive match today. And there's a free kick by Lander and Brennan McCarthy. It's cleared into the near corner. Lander trying to attack. As the ball goes out of bounds, good defense there from UNCP, especially Bree Mason knocking that ball out of bounds. And it'll be a corner kick opportunity for Lander, the first corner kick of this game so far. Paul Valbuena would try to get the ball out of the box. Lander still in control. There's a shot, but right into the gloves of Gina Ryan. Gina is senior captain with her twin sister playing defense in front of her, Katie. Both sisters actually lived in Japan for a year, as they have a military family background. Here's Alexis Pittman trying to get this ball up ahead to Riley Searing. Back to Bree Mason. But defense is there. Alexis Pittman trying to sneak that one from behind. There's Bree Mason on the near side, trying to attack towards the Lander net. Alexis Pittman up ahead. Shot! Score! Off the right foot, Alexis Pittman, with her 5th goal of the season, gets the Braves on top, 1-0. Just about 10 minutes into this first half. Alexis with not only her 5th goal of the season, but her 13th point overall. That was her 33rd shot of the season and her 14th on goal. And it gets the Braves ahead 1-0 around the 10-minute mark of the first half. Alexis plays aggressively on the offensive end. Was brought up by her competitiveness from her 2 older sisters growing up in Greensboro. There's a ball kicked back to Sarah Owen, who tries to move this up ahead for the Lander offense. Ball moved up ahead. Germstead on the far side with a couple of dribbles. Gets towards midfield. There's a shot, but it's on the ground and scooped up by Gina Ryan. Second save by Gina today so far. She'll punt this one to midfield. And there's Alexis Pittman. Gets this out to Bree Mason on the near sideline towards midfield. Pittman in the far corner. And it rolls out of bounds, and the referee says it'll be going the other way. It'll be a throw-in opportunity for Lander as Germstead gets the touch. And moves it up ahead, but not controlled well by Lauren Brzezonski. She'll get another touch back, trying to get things going for the Lander offense. Bree Mason tries to clear this one ahead for her offense. Riley Searing in that area near the 18. A couple of touches by the Lander defense. Brendan McCarthy will get it to the goalie, Sarah Owen. Tries to move that ball ahead to Germstead. UNCP now in control as Christina Stevenson tried to get that ahead to the UNCP offense. Riley Searing, Alexis Pittman, as well as Zion Sellers in the front end for UNCP. There's a steal attempt by Paula Valbuena on the far sideline near midfield. Zion Sellers controls with the pass ahead, trying to get it to Riley Searing. And it goes out of bounds, kicked out there by Brennan McCarthy. Here's a throw-in opportunity for UNCP. Ball bouncing around. Nona Borden is there towards midfield. Alexis Pittman gets a touch. And there's a whistle. McCarthy will get the ball up ahead to Lauren Schuba. As Lander with control of the ball right now, trying to get things started offensively. UNCP up 1-0 after the goal from Alexis Pittman. He touches back and forth by both teams as Paula Valbuena will kind of get control. Intercepted by Mackenzie Yandel. Trying to get the ball up ahead to Germstead. And now Brianna Taylor, the Delran, New Jersey native. Ball goes out of bounds, and Gina Ryan will be there with a free kick near the box. Beautiful day in Pembroke, North Carolina in the mid-70s. Even though it is technically fall, it doesn't feel like fall weather at times. Ball up ahead to Taylor. Ball kicked out of bounds by Nona Borden. Just about 15 minutes into this first half. Shots even at 2 apiece. As there's a throw-in in the near corner by Lander, and now rolls out of bounds. As head coach Lars Anderson says that no game is easy in the Peach Belt Conference, arguably one of the best in Division II soccer. Led by number 4 team in the nation, Flagler, as well as Columbus State is always a competitor, North Georgia, Lander, UNCP always in the mix for the Peach Belt Conference Tournament Championship title. Few touches from the Lander defense, and the ball will be circled back to the goalie, Sarah Owen. Owen with a 72.7 save percentage, 70% save percentage in Peach Belt Conference play. She's allowed 12 goals on 44 shots. There's Kennedy Rucker there as the ball goes out of bounds. Will remain with Lander in possession. Throw-in by Mackenzie Yandel. Some physical play in the near corner down on the left-hand side. The header by Paula Valbuena. Trying to get it ahead to Alexis Pittman, trying to find Riley Searing towards midfield. There's Paula Valbuena up ahead. Riley Searing gets the ball towards midfield. Kicks it up ahead, and the goalkeeper, Sarah Owen, is there to collect the ball. There's Paula Valbuena trying to sneak in and try to get an offensive possession for UNCP. And a bit of a slide and some physical play there from Paula Valbuena. Lander with a free kick opportunity. Just a few feet behind midfield. Valbuena scored 2 goals against Clayton State last week. The ball is placed now in the far corner. Lander trying to attack. Here's Bree Mason. And Alexis Pittman with a touch. Goes out of bounds and will remain Lander possession. Mackenzie Yandel with the throw-in. As this Lander team averages 12 shots a game and 2 goals per game as well. Just a little over 2 goals a game. As a shot, but scoops right into the arms of Gina Ryan. Haley Bolig with the right-footed shot for Lander. Shots in favor of the Bearcats right now, 3-2. There's Alexis Pittman with the lone goal of this game. Trying to add towards the scoreboard in favor of UNCP. There's Bree Mason with a couple of touches. Valbuena. Mason. Searing. Alexis Pittman is there. Shot off the right foot is not the end time. Goes far to the right of the net. Another good offensive opportunity for UNCP as we've seen them aggressive early in this first half. That's something that head coach Lars Anderson likes to see. Brianna Taylor with a few touches, intercepted by Paula Valbuena. Right back to Lander. Moving the ball ahead is Devin Toomey. Header by Brianna De Couteau, and Valbuena trying to get this ball up ahead from midfield. Alexis Pittman can't get there with the header from the pass. Trying to gain control, and the ball will roll out of bounds. Stays in favor of UNCP as there's some physical play down on the near corner towards the UNCP attacking zone between Alexis Pittman and Mackenzie Yandel. Riley Searing with a touch, a shot. Head opportunity by Zion Sellers on the far side. Instead, the Lander defense will control. A little bit of back and forth touches from the Lander defense. Intercepted by Valbuena. Tries to get ahead to Alexis Pittman. Riley Searing. And another potential scoring opportunity by UNCP. Staying aggressive on the offensive end, trying to create opportunities is Pittman, Searing, Sellers, Valbuena, as well as Bree Mason, who scored her first goal last week of the season. As we roll through the first 20 minutes or so, it seems that UNCP has been the aggressor early. Had more time of possession in their offensive end than Lander. Here's some physical play between Bree Mason and Lauren Brzonski. And possession will go to UNCP. Throw in by Nona Borden. one of 3 freshmen starting for UNCP today. Zion Sellers, Nona Borden, and Kennedy Rooker. Ball controlled by UNCP at midfield as Kennedy Rucker tries to get it ahead. Searing with a header. Touch by Alexis Pittman. Shot off the line. Shots now even at 3 apiece between both squads. And it will be a corner kick opportunity for UNCP. Katie Ryan doing the honors. Another senior captain on this Brave squad. Earlier this year, a Katie Ryan corner kick set up Riley Searing for a header in overtime against Columbus State for the game winner. That one is off the mark as a header opportunity by Christina Stevenson. Doesn't get to go. Owen with a free kick inside the box.
Check it in for the Braves, number 12, Morgan Hill.
As Morgan Hill checks in for UNCP. Riley Searing will get a quick breather. Lander trying to get going offensively. This ball is up ahead, but quickly intercepted by UNCP as Brianna DeCouteau gets that one up ahead to Sellers. Here's Valbuena with a slide. Manages to get the ball back in a touch to Morgan Hill. Alexis Pittman with 2 defenders around her will try to make a move. Kicks it forward towards the net, towards Morgan Hill. Bree Mason with a shot. And it's blocked. Good defense there by Lander. By the defender, Brennan McCarthy, the junior from Clifton, Virginia. As it seems that McCarthy might be the catalyst of the defense as Alexis Pittman, seeing that the goalie Owen was outside of the box and tried to intercept that one for a potential easy goal-scoring opportunity. Gotta like the aggressiveness of the UNCP offense early in this first half. Another touch back to McCarthy, trying to move the ball ahead for the Lander offense. But Bree Mason is there towards midfield. Ball ahead on the far sideline, in front of the bench of Lander. Ball trying to get to Zion Sellers on the far side. Five shots to 3 in favor of UNCP and 1-0 Braves on the scoreboard as we're a little over 25 minutes into this first half. Gotta like the aggressiveness by the UNCP offense. As Stevenson gets this ball ahead, Morgan Hill was in the area as well as Alexis Pittman. Here's Lander trying to get the ball ahead. Haley Bolig, as well as Mackenzie Yandel on the near side. Ball at midfield, a touch to Germstead. Yandel up ahead. Quick hitter, and Kennedy Rucker is there. Valbuena with a few dribbles. A touch out to Morgan Hill, intercepted. Valbuena with a slide, gets the ball back, up ahead to Alexis Pittman. But Brennan McCarthy is there. Touch to Brianna Taylor. And Germstead, the senior leader for this Lander squad, trying to get the ball ahead for her offense. Gets the ball back on the near side. Here's a shot near the goal. Couple Lander players there, as well as UNCP, and Ryan will scoop the ball up. So a few opportunities right there for Lander as they tried to get the ball for a scoring opportunity. Just couldn't get that one to go. Morgan Hill with a touch, trying to get that one to head to Alexis Pittman. But it'll roll into the arms of Sarah Owen. And McCarthy trying to get things going, shouting out directions to the Lander squad. Germstead with a couple dribbles up ahead towards midfield. A fast break opportunity is not there for Lander. And Morgan Hill will get the ball towards midfield. Gets this ball ahead, trying to get it to Alexis Pittman. McCarthy is there with a touch. And moving forward is Mackenzie Yandel. Taylor, touch ahead to Lauren Brzezinski. And that ball is quickly with a kick ahead from Nona Borden. A little bit more physical play between Bree Mason as well as Brianna Taylor. As Lander has had a few opportunities to score, but UNCP has been more aggressive on the offensive end so far. Lander with touches in their own defensive end. And McCarthy will once more try to set things up for the offense. Touch by Taylor in the circle at midfield. Now Lander on the attack, a kick ahead. Brzezinski down there, as well as Nona Borden and Kennedy Rucker. UNCP not only doing well on offense, but a solid defensive effort so far in this first half. It's Katie Ryan there on the defense on the far side. Valbuena trying to intercept that ball. It will roll out of bounds and will remain. Oh, it will be UNCP ball.
Checking in for the Braves, number 10, Maya Grimes.
And Maya Grimes will check in for UNCP. Has very good speed. Has had a handful of shots so far this season. Lars Anderson likes her aggressive play, as well as Morgan Hill. And if you're aggressive on offense, you're going to get opportunities to play, and not only play, but try to score and help out the team. Here's McCarthy with a couple of touches. Gets that ball ahead towards midfield to Mackenzie Yandel. Germstead trying to make a couple of moves. We'll get that ball back to McCarthy at midfield. As the pass is intercepted, and down on the far side is Katie Ryan, trying to get that ball ahead to Alexis Pittman. She's there, and Katie Ryan is tripped up. And a free kick opportunity, it looks like, for Katie Ryan. Katie's sister, Gina, both have family in the New England area. And that is where their fanhood of sports teams reside. Especially the Boston Red Sox and the New England Patriots. It's a free kick by Katie Ryan, but right into the wall set up by Lander. Alexis Pittman on the far side trying to make something happen. The ball rolls out of bounds and will remain in possession of the Braves. Katie Ryan on the year, 3 goals and 2 assists on the season. And last year she was second team All Peach Belt Conference. Has earned Peach Belt Conference Defender of the Week. There's a corner kick by UNCP. A save by Lander and Sarah Owen, but good attempt there on the header from Christina Stevenson. Shots 6-3 in favor of the Braves. Is there some more physical play by midfield between Alexis Pittman and Emily Germstead? Ball rolls out of bounds on the near side as there's substitutions made for Lander. Devin Toomey will take a rest.
Checking in for the Bearcats, number 16, Katie Arthur.
And Katie Arthur will check in for Lander. Arthur is sophomore from Chapman, South Carolina. There's a shot, but there's another save into the gloves of Gina Ryan. She gets the ball up ahead with a couple of dribbles and some physical play there at midfield. But a good effort there by Maya Grimes towards midfield. Nona Borden with the throw in for UNCP. Touched by Bree Mason. Ball goes out of bounds. Now with her second throw in will be Mackenzie Yandel. There's Bree Mason with trying to intercept that ball. Germstead with a couple of moves. A shot off her left foot, but right there is Gina Ryan. Four shots for Lander, as we have just under 10 minutes remaining in the first half. There is Alexis Pittman ahead, trying to make an opportunity for herself. Gets a couple touches up ahead on the far side. There's the Lander defense. Again, gotta like the aggressive effort from UNCP on the offensive end so far. Corner kick opportunities and the goal, of course, by Alexis Pittman about 10 minutes into this first half. Pittman with her 5th goal of the year, her 33rd shot, and her 14th on goal. I had a chance to sit down with Alexis Pittman earlier this season. And one of her favorite snacks is the Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. It's only fitting as Halloween is around the corner. Here's Pittman towards midfield, trying to get that ball to Maya Grimes, who gets tripped up, and McCarthy is there with the touch and the interception. Grimes with the free ball on the far side, trying to get an opportunity and create it for UNCP. The ball roll out of bounds. Will be in possession of Lander. There's Lander on the far side. Making a move is Lauren Brzanski. Taylor with a touch. shot ahead, but there is Brianna DeCutso. Katie Ryan as well on the far side. Ball goes out of bounds and remains in Lander possession. Shot 6-4 in favor of UNCP. And Gina Ryan with 3 saves in this game so far. Ball set back to midfield as Lander, with just a little over 7 minutes left in this first half, will try to get something going offensively. The kick ball ahead by Hannah Sinner. But quickly is Bree Mason. McCarthy in front of midfield. There's Paula Valbuena with some physical play on Germstead. And her teammates giving Paula an applause of her effort moments ago. So here's another free kick opportunity for UNCP. Just near midfield. And Katie Ryan doing the honors once again. Valbuena with a few defenders in behind her. Ball goes out of bounds, but remains in possession of UNCP as there's a UNCP substitution. Bree Mason will take a breather.
Checking in for the Braves, number 6, Bailey Dawson.
And Bailey Dawson will see her first action in this game today. Dawson, a freshman from Indian Trail, North Carolina. And there's a corner kick opportunity for UNCP. Here's Katie Ryan with the kick ahead. Header opportunity by Christina Stevenson. Goes over the net. Another opportunity for Stevenson to score. But again, UNCP great on the offensive end. The 7th shot of this first half. 7-4 shots in favor of UNCP. The ball goes out of bounds. Good defense right there from Bailey Dawson, who just checked in moments ago. And with the throw-in opportunity will be Nona Borden on the near side. There's Dawson with the touch, and it goes out of bounds, remaining in possession of the Braves. It'd be nice if UNCP were able to get their second goal in the first half, as Morgan Hill with a touch. That ball goes out of bounds, but once again, possession in favor of the Braves. And with another corner kick opportunity, the past 2 kicked by Katie Ryan have been in the area towards Christina Stevenson. And both shots have been just off the mark. Maybe third time will be a charm right here. Kicked ahead, header, and an almost goal-scoring opportunity by Alexis Pittman. She was in the right place at the right time, and the ball just goes over the bar of the net. But another corner kick opportunity for the Braves. I don't know if fourth time is the charm as a saying, but it may work here. Katie Ryan. Ball ahead. Ball goes around. Ball kicked back to Katie Ryan in the offensive end outside of the box. Ball kicked towards the net. Few heads from both teams there, and ball remains in control of UNCP. Valbuena. And now the ball is set out. Here's a shot, and it goes over the net. Great job there by Kennedy Rucker with the shot on goal. It goes far to the right But 2 more shots, and that'll bring up to the shot favor of the Braves 9-4 with just about 3 minutes to play in this first half. Head coach Lars Anderson talks about playing against competitive teams like Lander, that you're only going to get so many goal-scoring opportunities that you need to capitalize on them. Alexis Pittman was able to capitalize on her first opportunity about 10 minutes into this first half. And the Braves have been inching closer towards their second goal of this game. Just couldn't get it to go. Many opportunities from Christina Stevenson and Alexis Pittman moments ago. But if you're a Braves fan, you got to be pleased with their first half efforts so far. With just over 2 minutes remaining in the first half. There's Christina Stevenson trying to get the ball ahead towards her offense. Katie Ryan with a kick ahead, touched by Alexis Pittman. On the far side to Maya Grimes. And there's good defense there by Kylie Apple. Another corner kick opportunity for UNCP. 5th time in as many tries that UNCP has a corner kick opportunity. Christina Stevenson has had opportunities to score in this situation as well as Alexis Pittman. Here's the corner kick from Ryan. And the ball swatted away by Sarah Owen, the goalkeeper of Lander, but there's Maya Grimes in the mix as well as Pittman. McCarthy tries to get the ball out. Decuto trying to get the ball ahead to Morgan Hill. And there's Valbuena trying to get a touch. Grimes being aggressive on the offensive end as well. Alexis Pittman trying to steal that one away. And the ball controlled right now by Lander as they move it up ahead towards midfield. Brianna Taylor, this ball ahead, but there is the right leg of Decuto. And Alexis Pittman kicks that one ahead to Maya Grimes, but it goes out of bounds.
Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
And that is the end of the first half. UNCP leads on the scoreboard 1-0 as Alexis Pittman with a goal 10 minutes in the 10th minute of this first half. Shots in favor of UNCP, 9-4. We're going to take a break, and then we'll come back with second half action. You're listening to Brave Soccer on the UNCP Sports Network.
When a hospital invests in technology, skilled hands and keen eyes have new tools for diagnosing disease and making people better. At Scotland, we were the first in the region to provide 3D mammograms and robotic joint surgery, and the only hospital in the region to collaborate with Duke Health to offer both radiation and medical oncology for cancer patients. At Scotland, we invest in the newest technology for one simple reason: to deliver you closer care that's better by far.
Don't just throw a tailgate, own the tailgate with a Bojangles Big Bow Box. Only Bojangles brings the flavor to every tailgate with mouth-watering chicken, fresh buttery biscuits, flavorful fixins, and freshly steeped legendary iced tea. Because how can you expect to win the game if you don't win the tailgate? Feed all the hungry tailgaters in your group with an 8, 12, or 20-piece Big Bow Box. Bojangles.
A nurse at Scotland Health is
a healer, touching patients' lives at every turn.
An ally, working as a trusted teammate with the best doctors. A blower of bubbles, part child whisperer, part kid at heart.
A winner, recognizing excellence through Daisy Awards.
And of course, a caring friend. Scotland Health nurses are many things to many people. But to us, they're simply better by far.
Bojangles Cajun filet biscuit.
Could this get any more perfect?
Pimento cheese. Dude, get it with pimento cheese. Trust me.
Perfect just got perfecter. Introducing Bojangles Cajun Filet Biscuit with our new pimento cheese. Melty, cheddary pimento cheese on our Cajun Spice Chicken. It's perfecter. Bojangles.
It's bow time, y'all.
When a hospital invests in technology, skilled hands and keen eyes have new tools for diagnosing disease and making people better. At Scotland, we were the first in the region to provide 3D mammograms and robotic joint surgery, and the only hospital in the region to collaborate with Duke Health to offer both radiation and medical oncology for cancer patients. At Scotland, we invest in the newest technology for one simple reason: to deliver you closer care that's better by far.
Don't just throw a tailgate, own the tailgate with a Bojangles Big Bow Box. Only Bojangles brings the flavor to every tailgate with mouth-watering chicken, fresh buttery biscuits, flavorful fixins, and freshly steeped legendary iced tea. Because how can you expect to win the game if you don't win the tailgate? Feed all the hungry tailgaters in your group with an 8, 12, or 20-piece Big Bow Box. Bojangles, it's bow time, y'all!
A nurse at Scotland Health is
A healer, touching patients' lives at every turn.
An ally, working as a trusted teammate with the best doctors. A blower of bubbles, part child whisperer, part kid at heart.
A winner, recognizing excellence through Daisy Awards.
and of course, a caring friend. Scotland Health nurses are many things to many people. But to us, they're simply better by far. A nurse at Scotland Health is
a healer, touching patients' lives at every turn.
An ally, working as a trusted teammate with the best doctors. A blower of bubbles, part child whisperer, part kid at heart.
A winner, recognizing excellence through Daisy Awards.
and of course, a caring friend. Scotland Health nurses are many things to many people. But to us, they're simply better by far.
When a hospital invests in technology, skilled hands and keen eyes have new tools for diagnosing disease and making people better. At Scotland, we were the first in the region to provide 3D mammograms and robotic joint surgery, and the only hospital in the region to collaborate with Duke Health to offer both radiation and medical oncology for cancer patients. At Scotland, we invest in the newest technology for one simple reason: to deliver you closer care that's better by far.
Bojangles Cajun filet biscuit.
Could this get any more perfect?
Pimento cheese. Dude, get it with pimento cheese. Trust me.
Perfect just got perfecter. Introducing Bojangles Cajun Filet Biscuit with our new pimento cheese. Melty cheddary pimento cheese on our Cajun Spice Chicken. It's perfecter. Bojangles.
It's bow time, y'all.
Don't just throw a tailgate, own the tailgate with a Bojangles Big Bow Box. Only Bojangles brings the flavor to every tailgate with mouth-watering chicken, fresh buttery biscuits, flavorful fixins, and freshly steeped legendary iced tea. Because how can you expect to win the game if you don't win the tailgate? Feed all the hungry tailgaters in your group with an 8, 12, or 20-piece Big Bow Box. Bojangles, it's bow time, y'all!
A nurse at Scotland Health is
a healer, touching patients' lives at every turn.
An ally, working as a trusted teammate with the best doctors. A blower of bubbles, part child whisperer, part kid at heart.
A winner, recognizing excellence through Daisy Awards.
And of course, a caring friend. Scotland Health nurses are many things to many people. But to us, they're simply better by far.
Don't just throw a tailgate, own the tailgate with a Bojangles Big Bow Box. Only Bojangles brings the flavor to every tailgate with mouth-watering chicken, fresh buttery biscuits, flavorful fixins, and freshly steeped legendary iced tea. Because how can you expect to win the game if you don't win the tailgate? Feed all the hungry tailgaters in your group with an 8, 12, or 20-piece Big Bow Box. Bojangles, it's bow time, y'all!
A nurse at Scotland Health is
a healer, touching patients' lives at every turn.
An ally, working as a trusted teammate with the best doctors. A blower of bubbles, part child whisperer, part kid at heart.
A winner, recognizing excellence through Daisy Awards.
And of course, a caring friend. Scotland Health nurses are many things to many people. But to us, they're simply better by far.
Bojangles Cajun filet biscuit.
Could this get any more perfect?
Pimento cheese. Dude, get it with pimento cheese. Trust me.
Perfect just got perfecter. Introducing Bojangles Cajun Filet Biscuit with our new pimento cheese. Melty cheddary pimento cheese on our Cajun Spice Chicken. It's perfecter. Bojangles.
It's bow time, y'all.
When a hospital invests in technology, skilled hands and keen eyes have new tools for diagnosing disease and making people better. At Scotland, we were the first in the region to provide 3D mammograms and robotic joint surgery, and the only hospital in the region to collaborate with Duke Health to offer both radiation and medical oncology for cancer patients. At Scotland, we invest in the newest technology for one simple reason: to deliver you closer care that's better by far.
Bojangles Cajun filet biscuit.
Could this get any more perfect?
Pimento cheese. Dude, get it with pimento cheese. Trust me.
Perfect just got perfecter. Introducing Bojangles Cajun Filet Biscuit with our new pimento cheese. Melty cheddary pimento cheese on our Cajun Spice Chicken. It's perfecter. Bojangles.
It's bow time, y'all.
Welcome back to LREMC Stadium, home of the UNC Pembroke Braves. Dave Nguyen on the call. There's a 1-0 lead for the home team as Alexis Pittman scored her 5th goal of the season in the 10th minute of the first half. Shots in favor of UNCP at 9-4. Gina Ryan has 3 saves. Sarah Owen has 2. As both teams will flip ends as we begin this second half. When talking to head coach Lars Anderson, we knew that this was going to be a competitive match, as UNCP right now in the Peach Belt Conference standings stand 3rd with a record of 9-3, 4-2 in the conference. Lander with a record of 5-4-2, 3-1-2 in Peach Belt Conference play. UNCP was aggressive on the offensive end of the first half. They're having as many as 5 corner kick opportunities. But watch out for Lander as they try to become aggressive as they are right now in the second half. Here's Sarah Owen trying to kick this ball towards midfield, but Katie Ryan is there. Gets the ball, trying to get it to Riley Searing. Paula Valbuena with some physical play up ahead outside the 18. And there's Nona Borden with the interception, some physical play towards midfield. Alexis Pittman around a crowd of defenders by Lander, and they seem to have control of the ball towards midfield. Germstead with the ball on the far sideline, the preseason first team all Peach Belt Conference player. Leads Lander with 7 goals as well as 16 points on the season. A few touches around midfield for Lander. As Devin Toomey will try to get this ball ahead on the offensive end for Lander. There's a shot, but right into the arms of Gina Ryan. Shot by Mackenzie Yandel on the far side, outside of the box. And another save for Gina Ryan. Punts this one ahead towards Riley Searing on the offensive end for the Braves. Here's Christina Stevenson defending as Devin Toomey with a couple of dribbles. There's Germstead with a couple of moves on the far side. There's a header, but there is Gina Ryan to scoop it up again. Goalie, arguably the most important position in soccer, and UNCP has been lucky to have a goalie like Gina Ryan for the past 4 years. Peach Belt Conference all-time leader in shutouts with 31 on her career so far. As Germstead with a throw-in opportunity. No, it's UNCP. As Bree Mason gets the touch, and it's intercepted by Germstead. Up ahead to Brzezanski. And Germstead gets the ball back towards midfield. Haley Bolig. And now Zion Sellers tried to get the ball ahead to Riley Searing, but Lander remains in control at midfield. And Brennan McCarthy with a handful of touches on the defensive end for Landers seems to be the main catalyst to try to get the Lander offense going from the defensive end. Right there on the far side was Mackenzie Yandel. And the ball will roll out of bounds, and Gina Ryan will be there with a free kick. We have seen some physical play so far, and that is what head coach Lars Anderson expected. UNCP had 2 wins on the road last week in the state of Georgia, including last Sunday against Clayton State, winners of their last 2. After unfortunately falling to number 4 in the nation, Flagler, on homecoming last Saturday. Or 2 Saturdays ago. Christina Stevenson up ahead. A touch on her right leg. Gets it ahead to Alexis Pittman. Ball rolls out of bounds, but will remain in possession for the Braves. Throw in for UNCP. Bree Mason surrounded by a handful of defenders of Lander. Alexis Pittman gets the ball. There's a shot trying to look for Riley Searing on a cross. Ball controlled by Lander up ahead. A race for the ball between Germstead. She gets a couple dribbles. Defended by Kennedy Rucker. Physical play between Germstead and Rucker on the far side. Ball kicked out of bounds and will remain in possession of Lander. Mackenzie Yandel with the throw-in as the sun is beginning to set here in Pembroke, North Carolina. Ball pushed up ahead. Paula Valbuena at midfield. Ahead to Zion Sellers. Couple dribbles, and the ball is intercepted by McCarthy. Header by Katie Ryan at midfield. Valbuena, Stevenson. Once again, Lander will try to get into control at midfield. Ball pushed ahead on the far side to Germstead. Makes a couple moves, couple touches. Valbuena is there to try to clear the ball away. Ball gets back into Lander. Christina Stevenson getting that ball ahead to Riley Searing. Potential breakaway opportunity. Searing with a shot. Save. Alexis Pittman is there, but the ball rolls out of bounds. And everyone in the stands wanted another goal-scoring opportunity for the Braves. 10 shots now in this game so far for UNCP. And a corner kick opportunity once more for Katie Ryan. Katie Ryan had 5 corner kicks in the first half. Here's number 6 of this game. Up and away, a couple headers, and the ball will trickle out of bounds. Sarah Owen, the goalkeeper, tries to get this ball ahead, but Zion Sellers and Riley Searing applying some pressure on the UNCP offensive end. And that ball will be in possession of UNCP, a throw in on the near side. As Katie Ryan will try to set things up for the Braves. Zion Sellers with a touch, but back to Lander. Here's Riley Searing in the mix, trying to disrupt the play for Lander. Ball kicked up ahead. UNCP is there. Katie Ryan needs to watch out. She has a Lander player behind her. As Lauren Brzanski trying to create a scoring opportunity, some physical play between Brzanski and Katie Ryan. And it'll be a throw-in for UNCP. Katie Ryan lost her shoe moments ago. one of 2 home soccer games for UNCP. They play on Saturday as well. More importantly for Braves Athletics, the Peach Belt Cross Country Conference Championships are in Lumberton on Saturday. And the Braves have, and for the men's category, have a legit shot to win the Peach Belt Conference tournament. There's Paula Valbuena with a touch on the near side out of bounds. There's Kylie Eppel trying to dictate directions for Lander. Once again, a touch by McCarthy. Intercepted by Christina Stevenson. Valbuena trying to get the ball ahead to Bree Mason. Alexis Pittman. Touch out to Bree Mason. Stevenson on the far side. Kick off the right foot. But Sarah Owen is there. One nothing Braves, 11 shots to 5 in favor of UNCP. 4 saves on the day for Regina Ryan. 3 for Owen. McCarthy tries to get things going for Lander. The ball is kicked up ahead. Germstead down the far sideline. Trying to race ahead between Brianna Descouteaux. And Descouteaux does the smart thing, kicks the ball back to her goalkeeper, Gina Ryan, almost intercepted by Germstead. There's a touch by Sellers, but intercepted. Lander in control. Bolig with a touch out to Brzezinski on the near side. There's Paula Valbuena with a header up to Riley Searing. McCarthy, Pittman, who's there? Physical play. Referees want a whistle, and there it is. You got to appreciate the hustle and the aggressiveness of Alexis Pittman, as it has been a bit chippy out there in this game. Fans can see it. And there will be a referee discussion on the far sideline. Regardless, it looks like it'll be an opportunity for UNCP. Depends on where the ball will be spotted. All right, so it's a free kick opportunity for UNCP. Paula Valbuena will be doing the honors just outside the 18. She scored 2 goals last week against Clayton State. Valbuena shot just over the net. A point opportunity for UNCP. Valbuena just can't get that one to go as the shot went just over the crossbar. So more physical play. As Nona Borden there on the far side. That's what we expected in this game. Some chippiness here, and a yellow card was issued moments ago to the Lander player. Few touches from both sides, and the ball rolls out of bounds, will be in favor of UNCP on this possession. Christina Stevenson with a few touches at midfield. Ball go out of bounds. Mackenzie Yandel with the throw-in. And there's Brianna Descouteaux trying to get that one up ahead to Zion Sellers. But right there with a few dribbles is Lauren Schuba. Kennedy, Rucker, Stevenson there for UNCP on the defensive end. Nona Borden, Katie Ryan back there as well as Day Kuto. Ball rolls into the far corner. And Nona Borden is there to try to move the ball ahead. Bree Mason, Alexis Pittman out there. Ball rolling into the box. Christina Stevenson with the kick ahead, trying to get the ball to Riley Searing. A few touches by Lander. A shot by Bolig goes off the top of the gloves, and that is of Gina Ryan. The ball will roll above the net. Some Lander fans wanting a potential goal opportunity. Instead, it'll be another save for Gina Ryan. She'll punt this one ahead.
Number 6, Brianna Taylor.
Ball on the far side. Alexis Pittman was there. Ball goes out of bounds. 12 shots to 7 in favor of UNCP as we are 15 minutes into the second half. If you're Lander, you got to try to create some opportunities offensively. Score remains 1-0 for UNCP as Alexis Pittman notched a goal in the 10th minute of this game, 10 minutes into the first half. Sun slowly setting behind the trees here at LREMC Stadium on the campus of UNC Pembroke. Busy week in athletics. We had the wrestling intra-squad match last night. We have soccer today. Moonlight Madness tomorrow night as we kick off the Braves men's and women's basketball season. And we need everyone out there to support the Braves, dressed as fanatical as possible, having a chance to be featured on the men's basketball hype video. As there's many dribbles up ahead for Germstead. But UNCP with the interception. Germstead gets a few touches back. Kicks the ball ahead to Lauren Schuba. But Katie Ryan is there. Gets the ball ahead to Paula Valbuena. Kick past midfield. Riley Searing with an opportunity. But McCarthy is there. Some physical play on the near corner. Ball goes out of bounds. Good hustle there by Zion Sellers. Germstead with a touch. Bolig trying to get the ball ahead to Germstead. Physical play. There's a ball kicked right into the arms of Gina Ryan. Gina will punt this one past midfield, looking for Riley Searing. Alexis Pittman is there, a touch off her right foot. Bree Mason down on the far sideline. But Mackenzie Yandel's there getting the ball ahead to her offense. Rolls out of bounds, looking for Germstead. The senior. Leading goal scorer for Lander this year, as well as points leader. as there's a whistle. And it looks like another yellow card has been issued in this game. Throw-in opportunity for UNCP at midfield on the far sideline. A few touches for both teams, including a header opportunity by Bree Mason.
Yellow card has been issued against Bearcats. Number 6, Brianna Taylor.
There's some more physical play as McCarthy hits the grass. McCarthy with a free kick opportunity. Boots this one past midfield. Bree Mason, but into the Lander defense. Bree Mason remaining aggressive. Here's Alexis Pittman on the far side. Looking for Riley Searing or Zion Sellers. There's Valbuena in the mix. And fans wanting the referee to call another potential penalty. This ball is kicked ahead to Zion Sellers. Katie Ryan with some physical play with Brianna Taylor. Kylie Eppel. Out to Haley Bolig. There in midfield is Bree Mason trying to get that one ahead on the far sideline to Alexis Pittman. Couple dribbles on the far side, but can't squeeze the ball between both defenders. Pittman gets the ball back. Cross over to Alexis Pittman. The header on net. No good. Bree Mason outside the 18, right into the arms of Sarah Owen. Two great scoring opportunities for UNCP as they try to stretch their lead to 2. 14 shots to 7 in favor of the Braves with about 20 minutes into this second half. Ball kicked ahead. Descouteaux is there. Kicks it over to Katie Ryan. Has plenty of room, but needs to move rather quickly. As she tries to boot this ahead to Zion Sellers in midfield, goes out of bounds. With teams as competitive in the Peach Belt Conference, at least in the top half, the top 5, top 6. And talking to head coach Lars Anderson, every game is important. You should treat it as Germstead tries to get across ahead. There's a shot, but there's a save by Katie Ryan. Shot by Brianna Taylor. Some physical play on that side of the field as well. Gina Ryan with another save. Germstead and Taylor creating offense for Lander, but Ryan is there. Here's Katie Ryan trying to get the ball ahead. Christina Stevenson, the touch, and there's an interception by Lander. Descouteaux hustles back, kicks it out on the near side to Katie Ryan. And the ball goes out of bounds, goes back to Lander. UNCP coming into this match, 3rd in the Peach Belt Conference with a conference record of 4-2, 9-3 record overall. Lander 3-1-2 in conference play, 5-4-2 overall. Here's a shot off the right foot of Lauren Schuba, but goes over the crossbar. And another Another great opportunity for Lander to try to tie this game. Gina Ryan with a kick set up just outside the goalie box. So Morgan Hill and Maya Grimes in for the Braves. It looks like Zion Sellers will get a rest. Here's a touch by Morgan Hill, who just checked in seconds ago. Ball remains in possession of UNCP. Katie Ryan with a quick throw-in. Out to Riley Searing. Riley Searing 8th in the Peach Belt Conference in goals with 6 on the year. And right behind her today is Alexis Pittman with her 5th goal. There's a potential opportunity that was missed by Lander to score, or UNCP to score, rather. But there's another corner kick opportunity for Katie Ryan. Katie Ryan had 5 corner kick opportunities in the first half. Here's the 7th one of the game, second in the second half. Over on the right foot of Christina Stevenson. And out to Morgan Hill. Katie Ryan sets up outside of the box. Makes one man miss. A cross looking for Morgan Hill, but a swarm of Lander defenders are there. And there's the whistle. Decuteau with a touch up to Morgan Hill. With a spin, Eppel behind her. A couple defenders are there. Paula Valbuena. And the ball scooped up ahead. Hannah Sinner. And there's a header from Nona Borden. Many touches amongst both teams as McCarthy up ahead in the offensive end. But there's Kennedy Rucker. Maya Grimes trying to create an offensive opportunity for herself. Possession will go to UNCP. As we are about 25 minutes into this second half. Riley Searing on the far sideline. Couple of dribbles. And the ball will be kicked out of bounds. Another potential free kick opportunity for UNCP. Shots in favor of the Braves, 14-8 so far in this game. UNCP led that same category at the end of the first half. Katie Ryan out there. It seems that she handles the duties for corner kick opportunities for UNCP. A senior defender and a senior leader along with her sister, who's back in net. Kick, header opportunity. Christina Stevenson was there, but the ball goes into the arms of Sarah Owen, the keeper for Lander. Game that has had not much scoring today, but a lot of opportunities, most of them in favor of UNCP, as they lead in the shots category 14-8. And of those 14, most of them, it seems, that have been on goal. Alexis Pittman with the lone goal in this game. She had an opportunity for a second one on a corner kick opportunity. Christina Stevenson, there's Alexis Pittman. On a cross to Morgan Hill, but was disrupted by Lander. Here's Christina Stevenson with a touch. Trying to get that one out to Maya Grimes. Nona Borden there at midfield trying to keep the ball in the offensive end for UNCP. There's Germstead trying to make a couple moves as she's trying to get the ball past a couple of UNCP defenders, but staying aggressive on her is Alexis Pittman. Descouteaux hits the turf. And that is the second whistle on Brianna Taylor.
Attention fans, a second yellow card has been issued against Lander Bearcats, number 6, Brianna Taylor. That turns into a red. Checked in for the Bearcats, number 11, Lauren Bonsonsky.
So the Delran, New Jersey native was unfortunately issued a red card in this game. Here's Gina Ryan with a kick ahead. As there has been a lot of physical play in this game. Something that the Braves expected heading into this matchup. Katie Ryan there to disrupt the offense for Lander, but there's a touch by Lander at midfield. And a center gets a few touches back and forth from Lauren Brzezowski. Intercepted by Alexis Pittman. Maya Grimes trying to race ahead, but the keeper's there and some more physical play. It seems that there is a big collision between Sarah Owen, the goalkeeper for Lander, as well as Maya Grimes. There will be an injury timeout, so we'll go to a quick commercial break. You're listening to Brave Soccer on the UNCP Sports Network.
Don't just throw a tailgate, own the tailgate with a Bojangles Big Bow Box. Only Bojangles brings the flavor to every tailgate with mouth-watering chicken, fresh buttery biscuits, flavorful fixins, and freshly steeped legendary iced tea. Because how can you expect to win the game if you don't win the tailgate? Feed all the hungry tailgaters in your group with an 8, 12, or 20-piece Big Bow Box. Bojangles, it's bow time, y'all!
A nurse at Scotland Health is
a healer, touching patients' lives at every turn.
An ally, working as a trusted teammate with the best doctors. A blower of bubbles, part child whisperer, part kid at heart.
A winner, recognizing excellence through Daisy Awards.
And of course, a caring friend. Scotland Health nurses are many things to many people. But to us, they're simply better by far.
Bojangles Cajun filet biscuit.
Could this get any more perfect?
Pimento cheese. Dude, get it with pimento cheese. Trust me.
Perfect just got perfecter. Introducing Bojangles Cajun Filet Biscuit with our new pimento cheese. Melty, cheddary pimento cheese on our Cajun Spice Chicken. It's perfecter. Bojangles.
It's bow time, y'all.
When a hospital invests in technology, skilled hands and keen eyes have new tools for diagnosing disease and making people better. At Scotland, we were the first in the region to provide 3D mammograms and robotic joint surgery, and the only hospital in the region to collaborate with Duke Health to offer both radiation and medical oncology for cancer patients. At Scotland, we invest in the newest technology for one simple reason: to deliver you closer care that's better by far.
Don't just throw a tailgate, own the tailgate with a Bojangles Big Bow Box. Only Bojangles brings the flavor to every tailgate with mouth-watering chicken, fresh buttery biscuits, flavorful fixins, and freshly steeped legendary iced tea. Because how can you expect to win the game if you don't win the tailgate? Feed all the hungry tailgaters in your group with an 8, 12, or 20-piece Big Bow Box. Bojangles, it's bow time, y'all!
A nurse at Scotland Health is
a healer, touching patients' lives at every turn.
An ally, working as a trusted teammate with the best doctors. A blower of bubbles, part child whisperer, part kid at heart.
A winner, recognizing excellence through Daisy Awards.
And of course, a caring friend. Scotland Health nurses are many things to many people. But to us, they're simply better by far.
Bojangles Cajun filet biscuit.
Could this get any more perfect?
Pimento cheese. Dude, get it with pimento cheese. Trust me.
Perfect just got perfecter. Introducing Bojangles Cajun Filet Biscuit with our new pimento cheese. Melty cheddary pimento cheese on our Cajun spice chicken. It's perfecter. Bojangles.
It's bow time, y'all.
When a hospital invests in technology, skilled hands and keen eyes have new tools for diagnosing disease and making people better. At Scotland, we were the first in the region to provide 3D mammograms and robotic joint surgery, and the only hospital in the region to collaborate with Duke Health to offer both radiation and medical oncology for cancer patients.
And welcome back to the campus of UNC Pembroke. And it looks like Sarah Owen, after a collision with Maya Grimes, is going to be all right. Just a little under 30 minutes into the second half. And the Braves of UNCP leading by a score of 1-0. Shots in favor of the Braves as well, 14-8. The Braves have had plenty of opportunities to make the score 2-0. They've had about 7 to 8 corner kick opportunities. But some of them just could not fall through for the Braves. Christina Stevenson as well as Alexis Pittman had some opportunities. Earlier in the second half, Paula Valbuena had a free kick opportunity right outside the 18, but the ball sailed, unfortunately, over the crossbar. But if you're Lars Anderson, head coach of the Braves, got to be pleased with the offensive effort so far. The defense has been solid as well. Not many scoring opportunities for Lander as UNCP with a 9-3 record, third in the Peach Belt Conference. And Lander with a 5-4-2 record, fifth in the Peach Belt Conference. There's a ball up ahead to Germstead, but Descouteaux is there to clean it up. Tries to boot that forward for the Braves. Ball will roll out of bounds. Mackenzie Yandel on the far side with a throw-in to Germstead. Trying to make a couple moves. The ball will be intercepted and try to move up ahead for UNCP. Riley Searing, the leading goal scorer on this UNCP squad. Kicks that one past midfield and goes out of bounds. And the defensive catalyst, Brenna McCarthy, with a throw-in for Lander. Both teams, when they both started out Peach Belt Conference play, they both had home games for the first Peach Belt Conference game of the season, both against Columbus State, and both Lander and UNCP was able to defeat Columbus State in overtime. There's a throw ahead for UNCP. Riley Searing looking for a touch, but the ball rolled and controlled by Sarah Owen. Is UNCP. Alexis Pittman shot off the left foot up to the head of Maya Grimes. But Owen is there. Christina Stevenson heading the ball in midfield. Katie Ryan gets this ball ahead, or excuse me, Kennedy Rucker. Maya Grimes with a couple dribbles trying to make a move on the near side. Physical play with Kylie Eppel. Gets this on a cross over to Bree Mason. The header's not converted. Owen is there. And another opportunity. Riley Searing trying to be the cherry picker up ahead. And McCarthy, once again, the catalyst for this Lander defense, will try to get things going for Lander. There's a slide attempt by Paula Valbuena. Kick ahead from Katie Ryan to Alexis Pittman. But Sarah Owen, the keeper, is there once more. UNCP applying a lot of pressure both on the defense and offensive end. There's Valbuena with a touch off the right foot. Here's Lauren Brzanski, surrounded by UNCP pressure. Paula Valbuena on the near side. Here's Bree Mason trying to get this ball away from Mackenzie Yandel. Here's a few dribbles by Germstead. Nightfall here on the campus of UNC Pembroke. Riley Searing with a few touches, trying to get that one ahead to Alexis Pittman. Unfortunately fell down on the far side, but she's able to get back up. A lot of touches by UNCP in the past couple minutes. UNCP playing an excellent game all around so far. There's some more physical play between Christina Stevenson and Haley Bolig. There's a stoppage of play, as we've seen a few injuries in today's game. A game that is physical as expected by head coach Lars Anderson. And it seems that Haley Bolig will be all right.
Checked in for the Kevin Dumey.
Looks like everyone's going to be all right, and Gina Ryan will get things going with just about 11 minutes remaining in the second half. Gina punts it to her sister Katie, and there's Maya Grimes surrounded by a few Lander defenders. Gets this ball ahead, looking for Riley Searing. And there's Descouteau pushing that one ahead to Riley Searing as well, but the header is made by Hannah Sinner. Bree Mason out there as well as Alexis Pittman. Lander trying to create an opportunity to tie this game at 1. There's Paula Valbuena applying the pressure for the Braves. Searing, and this ball will go out of bounds on the near side, and a throw-in opportunity for Katie Ryan. Some fans interacting. Heads up play by the UNCP fans. ball rolled into the stands, and now we're under 10 minutes to play in the second half. Ryan with the throw-in. A shot by Riley Searing goes over the crossbar. Powerful shot off the right foot of Riley Searing and doesn't get that one to go. Some aggressive play at midfield. Germstead trying to get that ball ahead. Few dribbles, trying to make a couple moves, stopping, starting, changing momentum. Down the far sideline, cross. And getting that ball away is Brianna Descouteaux. Alexis Pittman with some physical play on the far side. And that ball will go back to UNCP. Alexis Pittman, not afraid to be an aggressive player. And she learned her toughness from her two older sisters, competing in basketball, soccer, as well as track, to not only build up her speed, but as well as her endurance for the game of soccer. When she played basketball, at one point she was called for a foul and she didn't understand why. Later on she realized that maybe soccer was the best sport for her. Always playing competitive soccer starting at the age of 5. Alexis Pittman grew up in the Greensboro, North Carolina area. And attended a STEM school for science, technology, engineering, and math for 2 years. Did not play soccer her freshman year of high school. She wanted to focus on academics. Played for Greensboro United, her club soccer team. And if you're a big fan of soccer and know the game pretty well, in the high school level, the club level is more competitive than high school. It's where high school players have a chance to be noticed by college scouts and recruiters. As Germstead gets a couple touches at midfield. There's Kennedy Rucker on the far side in a battle with Devin Toomey. A couple touches up ahead. There's Valbuena with the right foot. Riley Searing trying to apply some pressure, as well as Alexis Pittman. Christina Stevenson, one of the solid defenders that the UNCP has, gets that ball ahead. Trying to get the ball ahead to Alexis Pittman. As we're just over 6 minutes left in the second half. Maya Grimes with a shot, but right into the arms of Sarah Owen. Shots in favor of UNCP now 16-8, a 2-to-1 ratio. There's Bree Mason and Alexis Pittman on the far side. Germstead at midfield, a couple dribbles. Intercepted by Katie Ryan. Maya Grimes up ahead, past a couple Lander defenders, but McCarthy is there. Seems that every time Lander needed a defensive stop, McCarthy was always in the mix. There's some more physical play as Katie Arthur, as well as Nona Borden,